Hi. Jill's got your gear on, by the way, without even being told. Yeah, she said she loved it. There you go.
Oh, was your birthday?
I know, I thought you would have brought us a present, actually. Hello, are you okay?
Yes, Kendrick, tell them. What's happening, G-Force? You okay, bro?
I'm very good.
Yeah, you look really sprightly.
Did you not actually bring us a birthday present?
When was your birthday, Jill? Sorry.
When was your birthday, Jill?
You know what? 2nd of February. I brought him loads of star bars and everything.
Starry.
I like the top, Jill. That's that one, huh?
Yeah, it was a...
So did you have a 50th? What, did you have a bash or something?
50th?
What age were you? No, what age were you? 30?
38.
Is that all?
I know. I do look older. It's after working with you.
Jill could be my daughter.
Oh. Did you ever do?
No, just went for food with friends.
What's this Kai Havertz?
Never do.
Well,
That's
yeah.
having a do,
food,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Torn hamstring.
Who's that?
Kai, torn hamstring during
Havertz.
the break in Dubai. I'm going toilet.
Havertz has done his hamstring. Ian's just announced it.
Yeah,
It's breaking
they
news.
said that yesterday in Dubai.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How do you do your hamstring in Dubai?
I know. What do you think about them going to Dubai?
It doesn't look like a good idea now.
Depends how the next few results
left.
go. If you win when you come back...
Last year they did it, didn't they?
It was a good change of scenery and, yeah.
Yeah.
Last year they
Thank
did
you.
it.
Forest were away, weren't they? Thank you.
I'm surprised I didn't see them.
Were you in Dubai?
No, Abu Dhabi.
All
It's
right.
only an hour though, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, we went to Dubai, didn't we? Do you know what? It is a nice change.
Yeah.
I remember we went to Dubai one time
But when you've been...
to the World Club Championship to Brazil.
I just think if you've been that busy, I wouldn't want to then be around your teammates
But you
again.
say that, right, Jill? You say but when you're a footballer, remember, obviously remember, you're getting home at 1 o'clock, so you're still seeing your family quite a bit.
God, we didn't get home till 5. Did you get home at 1 o'clock?
Yeah, if you get home at
If
1
it was
o'clock.
playing Wednesday, Saturday,
you just be going and recovering.
Half one, maybe
God,
two.
What, you getting home at 5?
Yeah, because we'd always have to do gym, even if it was a light session.
What
About
time would you
4
start
5
training?
o'clock. I have to be in for like 9.
You
It'll be
finish 5
full
o'clock?
days, 4 o'clock, yeah. Would never be finished by 1.
No, if you'd a midweek game, yeah, you'd be taking it easy, of course, yeah.
Did you have another job?
What you mean?
Like, did you just go home at 1 o'clock and do what?
Yeah, just relax.
God,
Walk the dogs.
you had the life of
I know
Riley.
you'd be getting recovery in. You'd be doing a function for the club or something. You might have to do something.
1 o'clock? What did you do when you got in at 1? You'd
Depends.
have gone to Barry's or something.
No, in the later part of my career, I was sometimes going into the office.
Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to be keeping busy.
Why do you do it?
No, you know what I mean?
But no, a player pulled his hamstring and you're panicking.
No.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not panicking. It just kind of like activated my wee senses because I'm really sad about
Who'll
it.
play up front for Arsenal? It might help them. Could there be a positive out of it?
No, he scored a few goals.
You know
didn't he?
what? Trossard probably. I don't know. Who? Martinelli.
Trossard's not going to score.
We needed a striker even when we had everybody. We had a full roster. We needed another attacker.
So all these injuries, again,
striker,
what
so-
happened to sports science? Were they not warming up properly? What is it? Do you know what I mean?
We went to Dubai a couple of times, didn't we?
Oh, we could all that. No, well, it's good. Listen, it had a good crack.
Do you do a lot of training though on them trips?
I found it like a mini pre-season.
Yeah, we did. That's what we did,
It
yeah.
was quite a lot of running.
Did we train hard?
We done a lot of running.
I think so. I think we were given one night out and then we were training hard in between. That's how I felt it was.
Do you know what? Weren't they great days?
Yeah.
Do you know,
Yeah, we did.
I can only talk about our time United, but we some great lads, I tell you. The best. Best of the best, our
I
lads.
know we've met all
I
of
wish you'd
them
have told
on
us
here.
that when you were I wish you'd have told us we were great lads when you were there. You've waited 25 years.
You have no boundaries. You have the boundaries.
I seen a video of him sticking up for you though in the tunnel. That
Thank
was
you.
so nice.
Thanks.
That was actually so
Yeah,
nice.
people forget about that. You know what I mean? No, and it wasn't just in the
When he
tunnel.
said
It was
Patrick-
everywhere else.
Patrick said, like you said,
Oh, not
Patrick,
just
pick on
that.
the weakest one.
No, I didn't say that.
You said it
I
was
didn't.
on there. God.
He
Is there any honey?
He actually said, stop picking on little Gary.
Oh no, but you were genuinely like
that's
so
what I do.
annoyed.
He looked after
I
him.
know.
That's what you
It's the
do.
same with, like David Beckham's dad said. He looked after him.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do
That's
it
what you
better. You have people done it for me when you're younger. And
Who done it for you? It was like,
oh, when I lads would look out for you when I was at Forest and all this. I remember Percy sticking up for me in the dressing room one time.
what happened?
I was getting sick over my contract at Forest. Brian Clough was going after me in the media, just trying to get me to sign the deal. He was calling me all sorts.
Wow. In front of the lads?
It was in the media. But then the lads brought up in the dressing room one time, and a few were like, "We're going, what are you asking for?" Just chatting about money, and I was just
Who
thinking,
brought it up?
a few of the players in the dressing room, and it was a bit, "What are you asking for? How much do you want?" And Percy turned around and said, "Lads, just leave him alone. Are you all happy with your contracts?" I'm like, "Leave him alone. He's fighting his own corner." And when you're a young player, you just need a player to just dig you out every now and again.
Yeah.
I remember going, "Oh, nice one, Percy." Yeah. But we're the best lads. We're the great lads at United. All these trips to Dubai and pre-season.
I saw a lot of them yesterday at Denis Law's funeral.
You saw who, sorry?
Quite a lot of them.
Oh, did you? I had to do the game. Yeah, it was a nice service, yeah.
Pally and Denis and Robbo, a few of them.
When was it? Yesterday afternoon?
Yeah.
Was it nice?
Yeah, it was nice.
Nice service, like. Bit of laughter, yeah? Bit of laughter, yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah, it was nice.
He was another one of the players my old teacher used to mention, Denis Law.
Yeah.
He used to go, Denis Law. You know, he used to say Denis Law's name like he's announcing it.
Yeah.
Like Greaves.
Yeah.
I got to send a picture when Denis passed away. My uncle met him at the '94 World Cup. My uncle loved Denis Law. I've sent me a picture. What a brilliant picture. You know, in a hotel in Orlando, obviously the '94 World Cup. My uncle was a great man. He passed away a few years ago. And the picture with Denis, honestly, it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Like Bergkamp's named after him. You know that, didn't you?
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
it?
right.
Dennis Bergkamp's named after Denis Law.
Oh my God.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Glenn Hoddle was Dennis's favourite player as well when he's going, but he's named after Denis Law.
Cool.
Do I think it's incredible that he won the Ballon d'Or?
Yeah.
Think how difficult it is to win the Ballon d'Or. He's the only person ever from Scotland to win the Ballon d'Or. But
Wow.
George, Bobby and Denis all won the Ballon d'Or.
That's excellent.
Which is...
Three brilliant players, yeah.
Imagine that now. But the only other player that won it for United, I think's Cristiano.
Well,
it must have been the time at United when Ronaldo was flying, Rooney was flying. That one of them could have won it as well,
Yeah,
maybe.
no, Cristiano won it at United, I think.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
You're saying Wayne. Did Wayne ever get close to it? No.
I think Did Michael Owen get close to it?
Michael Owen won them.
Yeah, Michael Owen did win it.
win it?
I
won
thought
it.
he
But
But not when he was at United.
No.
No.
What?
Was that after after the World Cup?
Yeah, but when he was at Liverpool
Was he
or
gonna
Real,
win it
where was
for
he
his-
when he won
his
it?
time
Bex
at
came
United?
second in '99.
No, but when did Owen win it? What year?
You came sixth.
Sixth.
Yeah.
Did someone just tell you that?
Yeah.
So
How
loud?
loud's that?
I thought you were really knowledgeable.
Someone's blasting my ear off here.
Saying
Barry.
me coming sixth makes it a bit of a joke, doesn't it?
No, I think it's '99. You'd
I
have
know,
been the sixth best player. Was I in the list, Barry?
What, you were sixth in the Ballon d'Or?
Yes, Jill.
God, that's good.
Yeah,
Did
but
you go to the do and everything?
Yeah, it was great.
Oh.
Red carpet, all the family were there. Yeah,
Did you think you were going to win? Or did you know?
I should have won.
What did you?
No, I'm slag. I shouldn't be sixth.
Harrington, I love it.
Shouldn't be.
You were
sixth.
sixth in the Ballon d'Or. It's a hell of an achievement, though.
That is good.
They grind you down. They wear you out. Your appetite goes. You're not sleeping properly. Everyone's annoying you. The family, your friends, the dog, everybody.
Would Man United do that? Do you think would Liverpool do that? It felt awkward.
This could be his chance now. I mean, it's now or never for a minute, really. He's
Exactly.
play now.
You're in cuckoo land.
But he wanted to stay on. He didn't complain once. I like that.
Yeah,
It's like the
he's a hero,
old school
yeah.
mentality.
You do support United, don't you?
No, I don't support Man United. Absolutely not.
It's Tottenham
You do?
fan.
Don't support Man United.
I would never sit here and say, oh, it's totally done. But it's nearly totally done.
He's gutted that he used to get Champions League and last night he was doing Exeter in Devon.
It was a great game.
Yeah, and it was a
On
lovely
Tuesday
trip,
night,
Jill.
no.
Tell him how-
Was it
tell
a
him
lovely
how-
trip?
Honestly.
It was a lovely trip.
Not even joking.
We had some really nice people down there.
Really nice.
We got no abuse. It was lovely. People were really polite to us.
You know what, which was refreshing.
And
It
we're
was refreshing.
footballing people, so we're not.
We mix, we mingle.
Yeah,
We're not in a
all
tower.
sorts of football.
You two are in a tower.
Yeah.
You're in a
We
kind of
mix and we mingle.
Yeah, we do.
Since when do you mix and mingle?
I did last night.
Yes.
Did ya?
Because, yeah.
Got home about 4 this morning. We've turned up here.
Thank you
We're
very
team
much.
players.
Yeah.
You roll with it. It all can't be about Real Madrid and Barcelona. Exeter, the pyramid of football. Oh, are you too big not to go to Exeter?
true.
Oh, right, I get it.
No,
Fan-owned club.
yeah.
Fan-owned
Big.
club.
No, do you know what, Jill?
No, I'm not saying that. It was a great game.
So why
Obviously,
shouldn't I do
watched
that
it.
game? Why shouldn't me and Ian do
Yeah.
that game?
No, it was good. Honestly, I've enjoyed seeing you Tamworth, Exeter.
That was great.
Everything went wrong. It was a 15-minute injury, extra time,
I know.
penalties.
Did you laugh when it went to extra time? I was sad.
Go on.
Hey, roadworks coming back. Oh my God!
Now the truth's coming out.
You got through all that.
Remember when we
I was in
when we
backstreets in West Bromwich about 3 this morning. I thought, I'm living the dream here.
When we texted,
Couldn't even find the Mackie D's.
It was like, I can't remember when we texted and he said, are you any closer? Are you close? I don't know where we were. I'm looking at I didn't know where we were.
I thought you two were close. Why would you not come back together?
I know, I said that.
Because I came from London.
Yeah, but get a car back together and mix and
thought
mingle.
that.
Yeah, but the thing is...
No, but you know...
Once you got there...
You know when you see a rock band after a concert, like Rolling Stones, and the concert finishes, they all don't get in the same car, do
they go in a different
you jump in
limo.
your own car with a hoodie on and you don't get the...
It was true.
You don't get the flu off each other.
That's what happened. Because we came up in that car and they drank some...
Yeah, but I'd like to chat on the way back.
Some of us drive ourselves.
You didn't drive.
Not last night,
See,
I did.
no way
but I
did you
generally drive myself.
Yeah, because no one will drive you. Because you're like, you're not in the right time, you're
And
not
Righty
in the
likes
right
movies.
place.
He watches the iPad. I'm not into that. I just
What do you do?
check football results,
Do you?
scores, tables.
Do
Who
you
scored,
research?
quotes from managers. Carlisle, I was looking at Carlisle. Mark Hughes has gone in there, lost his first
Yeah.
2 games.
Wow.
Reading his quotes from Sparky, see how he's getting on.
I see why
League
you travel
tables.
by yourself.
Were you surprised that Sparky took another job in League Two?
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, because obviously Bradford's when you went to Bradford, I thought that was a massive club, Bradford.
Yeah, Bradford, and it's not far from Manchester, is it?
Yeah.
You can get to, but Carlisle is it. But you know, some lads, Sparky was out of work for a good few years, and some lads just missed that routine.
bug,
See,
yeah.
Look at Brucey's at Blackpool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, Blackpool, obviously, and these lads, they love the game. I'm not sure, they don't need the money, I'm guessing, but they want to be out there, they want a routine, they want to be working, helping players, so... Listen, good on him.
That's what I'm saying.
Take my hat off to him,
Yeah, you do. It's like even Wayne, you know, Wayne wanted to go back.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted, go back. You know what I mean? We're talking about someone with Wayne. He's been involved in top-end football and football 16.
Yeah.
So we're talking about playing from, like, he's 12 to 16, blast on, somebody properly blast on the scene.
Yeah.
And he's had that level of football till he stopped. It's all he knows is football.
But you also, if you know his character as well, he has to be active. He has to be doing something. You know what I mean? He's
Coventry had a good result. Frank Lampard, Frank,
doing well.
Yeah.
chance of the playoffs there now.
he's
So you
kinda
look,
like
I always
gone
keep an eye
under
on
the radar.
managers who almost not rebuilding. That seems a bit strong, but managers are out there doing well. You know.
Yeah. This episode of Stick to Football is brought to you by Sky Bet. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. You always hear people talk about red flags in relationships, things to avoid, warning signs to watch out for. But what about the green flags, those signs that a friendship or relationship is actually good for you? Sometimes it's easy to miss them, but therapy can help. Whether you're figuring out what healthy relationships look like, setting boundaries, or just working on becoming the best version of yourself. Therapy was a game changer for me, and it could make a huge difference in your life too. It's not just for people in crisis, it's for anyone who wants to feel better and build better relationships. BetterHelp makes it simple. It's an online therapy service with over 30,000 licensed professionals, covering all kinds of different needs. You can chat with a therapist from anywhere at a time that works for you. And if you ever feel like switching, you can do it anytime at no extra cost. Discover your relationship green flags with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/STF today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/STF. So I'm at home last night watching City versus...
It was a good game, yeah. It was
Yeah,
good.
it was
good.
nice and warm. Did you have a cup of tea and some snacks and then in bed by 10?
No, I waited to be in Exeter, to be honest with you.
Did you?
Yeah. No, I didn't see the Exeter game because we were watching Real Madrid City. It was a brilliant game.
It was a good game.
But at the start of the game, there was a banner behind the goal, "Stop Crying Your Heart Out," which is obviously an Oasis song, and it had a picture of obviously Rodri kissing the Ballon d'Or, and obviously it's a slant at the Real Madrid position of obviously Vinicius Junior boycotted, didn't they? Yeah. Were you happy with that, or what do you think about that? I think it's a strange thing to do, maybe.
When we consider everything what we've been through the last couple of weeks about staying humble, you know, you look at that. You're talking about if you're going to poker, why are you poking Real Madrid?
Yeah.
Why do that? I believe like they've got the banner. It's the fans. It's petty. That's what it should be. Okay, they had to go at us. We'll get them next. That's how it should be and done. Yeah. But then you're looking at it and now you think to yourself, why have you done that to someone like Real Madrid? Can you imagine you're Real Madrid? You're going to City. It's not a great season for Real Madrid. They've lost a few games in the Champions League as it is. You go in there and you're thinking, like, the City team, we're going to... And then you go out and you see that.
There's a
You're
lot of
ready to
respect.
go. You're ready to go. You're ready. Right, whatever happens, we're going to be. And then they beat them like they normally do. They beat them like, why are they doing that, City? They're not that.
What's the benefit? What's the big benefit of doing something?
Couldn't understand it.
It's a bit like the Welcome to Manchester poster, do you remember, with a few years back with Carlos Tevez. But there was actually a lot of respect between the two managers. So Ancelotti and Guardiola were really like close.
Yeah,
but
we wouldn't expect nothing differently from that kind of quality of men. But I just found that, and you'd have to probably get permission from the City to unfurl that, wouldn't
Oh,
you?
you do. As a football club, you'd have to, from a health and safety perspective, get permission from the club.
It's funny because when I saw it, I thought to myself, it's an unbelievable accolade for a person to win that. And yes, you want to celebrate it, but would Man United do that? Do you think, would Liverpool do that?
Do you think Rodri would have liked that? Actually, I was thinking
No,
about
I
it.
don't
Embarrassing
think
because
so.
remember, it's Spanish as well.
Surely not.
It felt awkward. That's what I thought. I said, that feels awkward.
Yeah.
But what was the benefit of it? Was it going to motivate Man City? Or was it,
It's just an individual award, though. Does it really rally? Do Real Madrid look at that? Like, as players, would that rally you
Yeah, but I'm
up?
talking
Like,
about
I think
the
over there, I think in Spain, like Real Madrid, Brazilian players, they absolutely, like, that's
the pinnacle.
It's like for them, like for Mbappe and these types of players,
Yeah, but
Ronaldo,
Jill,
it's...
you got to look. You're looking at a club like Real Madrid have refused to go to the awards. That's what it means to them.
yeah, but that was a bit.
Well, that was
silly.
bad.
Again,
That was
yeah, but
bad for them.
that's how much it means to them. That's what I'm saying. That's one of the biggest clubs in the world.
I thought they were out of order.
Yeah.
And little.
It felt very, very petty. The whole thing's petty.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, it's petty.
But the message in football always is about respect, isn't it? You're supposed to show a little bit of respect to each other.
Yes,
It's
yes.
hard sometimes when you're
That's all it is.
seen as the enemy, but no, I just thought it was a bit tacky.
Respect.
What do we think of City? I mean, obviously they've been
They can't finish
struggling
off a
for a
game, can
bit,
they?
but I mean,
Yeah.
honestly,
Can't finish
2-1 with literally a few minutes to go.
I thought they were going to hold on to be, but Real Madrid just looks so dangerous, didn't they, on the attack? Like every single time.
Even
like
Mbappe's missed kick goal, it just feels
I know.
things just work for them. But
But Edison wasn't great.
Just
like
that
when
goal, though.
I know,
the kick, I'm like, oh, when he just kicked it straight
been
to
poor,
them,
hasn't
I'm
he, the
like, yeah,
goalkeeper?
just kind of.
Still, I didn't think the kick was the worst thing. I thought the way in which he chested the shot
Yeah.
back, rather than just putting his hands there and punching it.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there.
Yes, what's he doing with it? I
Don't
mean,
know.
the kick, you can have a bad kick. I mean, it's unusual for him because he's unbelievable, but...
But when was the last time you saw City? When City won the league last year, and then the following week, obviously United beat them, and obviously City they went on the piss for a few days, didn't they? It was well documented.
Yeah.
They were pouring the cup final against United.
Yeah.
Have they really performed since then? Have they played any game this year? You went, hey, City look like they're back, or they're really still at it. Have they? They've not really. When was the last big game they've won? When was the last big game they won since they won the league?
Last night, for me, they played Akanji,
He was a best.
Diaz,
Okay.
Ake and Gvardiol, and they played Stones in front.
Yeah.
And actually,
I thought Stones played well.
Yeah, I actually thought this looks something like, but then Akanji goes off at half-time,
But Stones drops back.
and Rico Lewis comes on, and then Ake goes off, and then Stones drops back. Before you know it, you've got Kovacic on, and you've got Rico Lewis at right back. Before you know it, they look so...
Yeah.
They look like they could be torn to shreds.
I thought Rico Lewis put in some good tackles, though. I thought he did. He
did.
did all right. He did do all right. But like the injuries, what about Grealish? Grealish actually started the game well, and then I think it was Shearer on comms was like they've stopped it for 4 or 5 minutes to
VAR.
get the VAR decision, and then they were kind of blaming that for their injury.
But you know, we were at Exeter last night. The game stopped for well over 10 minutes, and we were watching the
Did
players.
it?
And the players, and I remember saying, the players don't even get a ball to keep
warm.
And then the game starts, we're talking about sports science to keep yourself
Yeah.
warm. The players just stood around for well over
That's
10
what you
minutes.
think. What's the
Yeah.
sports science guys saying when
Yeah, just go-
you're just standing there? Surely that's their job to say, get moving, do something, put a little session.
Yeah.
But Jack then will start, you know, you look about Jack picking up these niggly injuries, but also it's that you pick up niggly injuries when you're, obviously he's not playing regularly, and there's a knock-on effect, and you always think, is Jack a really top pro in the sense of really looking after himself in the gym?
Yeah, yeah.
That's where maybe he's got to be careful on that side of it.
It was a big chance for him.
Yeah, huge.
He started his ball for Haaland though was
yeah.
incredible, like incredible.
You never thought, I know you didn't think for 1 minute City were going to get past Real Madrid over 2 legs. You just
No.
can't see it. Just because Real, they're always a goal threat.
Yeah.
Always a goal threat.
Going to their ground is going to be so.
They would have
difficult.
came to that game, Real Madrid, even if they lost, they'd have been happy.
Yeah, you know, you're right, right.
That's how they. That's how
2-1
they.
or 2-2, yeah.
Them like Real Madrid and Liverpool get into this stages when they get into these stages of the Champions League. There's something happens.
Different animal.
There's something happens with them
Yeah.
I
clubs.
tell you what, keep an eye out for Atletico Madrid. Atletico
Yeah.
go for the Champions League.
I was watching last night. You obviously played in the big European games, all played in big match. sometimes you see players who are just a completely different level that you think. I mean, Vinicius
Who was that? Who was
Vinicius got a shot away at one point at the bar. You think, how's he got that shot away?
Yeah,
It's like this, it's like and Valverde, the lad that.
Brilliant.
Oh my God, what a player!
Mbappe's change of pace.
Do you still think we underestimate some of their players? Maybe.
Underestimate Real Madrid.
Some of them, yeah, some of their
my
players.
God, they're unbelievable. I mean, playing against that four, Bellingham, even Bellingham later on, he just started to
strong and powerful and running forward.
You look at Bellingham's 21, man.
Yeah.
Man's got a highlight reel already that's unbelievable. You see, he looks like the leader in that dressing room.
Yeah.
It really there's when he's got this aura about him.
There is when you play these teams.
I feel like you can't beat them.
And you're playing for a good team. We play Man United. Sometimes you play like Barcelona, and they come to town, and you're looking at them, and they're looking at you going. They're looking down at you a little bit. Whereas most weeks you're thinking, listen, we're the main guys here. And they turn up, and Bayern would be the same.
Yeah.
They'd look at you going, we've got you, don't worry.
Yeah.
We're Real Madrid. And it's,
You do feel a bit inferior sometimes.
well, I don't know about that, but you just look and go, they're not worried about our reputation, shall we say? They're like, listen, we'll take on your history and your badge. We're not worried about that.
Yeah.
Especially even at Old Trafford, they would turn up and they'd be getting warmed up, and you're like,
Yeah.
it's a tough night ahead, man.
It's just
yeah,
like
they have that
an aura,
presence, of
isn't
course.
there? Yeah, yeah.
History, and great players, of course.
Yeah. What do you think about the new format, though, of the Champions League? Because obviously there's more games. I think they said yesterday on the telly that if Real Madrid go all the way, they could play 72 games this season.
Wow.
It's a lot of football.
That's because of the World Club
Yeah,
Championship.
they've got that
Yeah.
World Cup champion. It's hard to get your head around that one, I suppose, isn't it? That's in the summer, isn't it? In America, yeah.
Yeah, the World Cup. And they're doing one for the women. The women have got to do one as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they're going to fit all that in.
This episode of Stick to Football is brought to you by Sky Bet. Let's go to Havertz.
Go on then.
Right, he's
go
just
I'm
rang
gonna
him,
go
I
toss it
think.
again.
Is he out for the season, Righty?
Yeah, it says. I didn't realise it was that long. Yeah, it's out for the season.
What, with a hamstring?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's just ruptured it off the bone.
Must have because like you know it's
Saka's was a hamstring.
Well, this is
Saka's
what I was
hamstring.
worried about. When you're starting to get like Saka was worried simply because you're starting to get an operation on the hamstring.
Yeah.
You start to worry about that. So
Yeah.
doesn't sound
For him
Saka
to
had
get-
Saka had an operation.
he had the operation on his hamstring. He's looking like he's looking good. We saw him the other day. He's doing his stuff, but for Hazard to get it at this stage is devastating for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could pull a hamstring and that, but like something's gone wrong where it's ruptured to the point where he's out for the season. You know what I mean? So
Has he played a lot of games for Arsenal? Has he played
He's
like
played-
every game?
yeah,
Is
he's
that an
played-
issue, do you reckon?
I think he has played a lot of games for us. He has. And again, when you look at Arsenal, and this is why I'm supposed with Mikel, he'll probably be thinking, you know, he
should have got
needs
somebody
what
in
we
January.
need. Yeah,
That was
we
too
need,
late now, isn't it?
without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Does Sterling play up front now? Maybe.
He does play up front, but like,
Aye.
He's
I
been
don't know.
playing on the right.
I don't know
Really?
what to say.
You think Sterling's the answer?
It's not even a case of the answer, right? It's more a case of
what-
Like when
Who
you've
can-
got multi-choice, he's only got 3 options.
No,
or
but the thing is,
something.
the opportunity that's arose for him. I thought he would have. This is the time. This is the time where he would have went. Wow, I've got myself. Okay, I've left City. I've gone to Chelsea. It's not gone right. But Arsenal, who are trying to challenge for it, have come in for me. I thought that this would have been for whatever is happening to him to buckle down and say, right, I'm going to make this work. I have to make this work, or else he's going to go out with a whimper.
But this could be his chance now. I mean, it's now or never for a minute, really. He doesn't play now.
How many chances do you get, though, like as a footballer, to have an impact? He's come on in a few games and he's done that.
The last time I saw him really come on and do something in a little spell of time, in a short space of time, was against United. He came on and that's what you want to see from him. Just come on and try and make something happen. But like, I feel what's happening.
Yeah, but you don't believe he's going to do it. It's more hope, isn't it?
You're hoping.
You're not sitting
hoping.
here.
And I think the fans are hoping as well, because as soon as he does it and then he gets it and he comes back, you can hear the groans. Oh.
Yeah.
So you just feel like he's in that place where if he doesn't do something positive, he knows that it's coming, and I think that's not a good place to be.
I think when a quick player, say Michael Owen or Raheem Sterling, start at the age of 16, 17, and they get to sort of like late 20s, 30, they've already played a full career.
Yeah.
So you think, why they are like they are now is because most players come in when they're like 19, 20 and they play to the 34 and you see a deterioration. They're actually, in their bodies, 34 already.
So that's why you're looking at someone like Bellingham,
that's why Giggs-
Saka, you
Yeah.
probably think, wow.
Careful, yeah.
You've got to
Be careful. I mean, particularly players who rely upon speed.
You say that, be careful, but all the top players play all the games, don't they? Ronaldo, Messi, all these boys play the games. They play 60, 70 games a season.
So for Michael and say for Raheem, it's difficult for them to adapt into a different type of role because they don't have the skill and the sort of intelligence.
Yeah.
They play off that speed and that sharpness, whereas like Giggsy was adapted and he could go back in central midfield.
Barnes.
Scholes, he obviously adapted.
John Barnes.
Like
John
Rooney,
Barnes, they adapted.
Rooney went to hold
Wayne.
mid, didn't he?
So Rooney goes back a little bit because he can pass. Well, Raheem and Michael, they're not great kickers of a ball, so they struggle to play anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you struggle with hamstring injuries? I always think
I had
it's
a
if you're
I
a
had a couple.
quick
I had
player,
a couple,
innit?
but like,
I didn't have one.
Yeah, that's
didn't have them.
because if you're a quick player.
Well, I was actually thinking, how does Kai Havertz actually pull a hamstring? Because he doesn't look like the type of player, not anyone can.
And
Yeah, but the
Dubai's
thing is-
hot.
yeah, but you look at-
I'm thinking Dubai's hot. The muscles are warm.
no, but the thing is Jill, sometimes you pull a hamstring just by the way you put your leg, you can miss a step.
Yeah.
You know, you can pull your hamstring. It's the worst pain.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you don't have to be sprinting to tear your hamstring.
Yeah.
You know straight away, don't you? I don't know
Yeah.
what Akanji did yesterday. Was it maybe his groin? But he knew straight away. But
Yeah.
he tried to play on,
Oh,
didn't
I think
he?
Grealish's groin was it as well.
Was it?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was feeling his groin. But
Yeah.
they would be asking big questions, the medical sports science, Arteta over in Dubai, that they've done something over there. I know it can happen, freaks can happen, but you don't hear of many injuries like that anymore where players sort of are out for season through an injury in training. They normally happen in games. They'll be asking serious questions, I'm sure. I mean, they might say it's a fluke, but
And sometimes they give out a bit of false information. You're saying he's out for the season. A lot of the big clubs have said players are out for 3 or 4 months. Then
Yeah.
4, 5, 6 weeks later, he's
Yeah.
kind of.
But is the title? I mean, I'm asking a question now because the title race, to be fair, was a tough anyway.
Yeah.
But there was a chance. Liverpool have got 5 games in 14 days coming up, which are really tough, and anything can happen. But do you think that's it? The title's over.
You can never say it's over, especially when you're a team that's in it. You have to believe that something's going to happen. But like you have to look at Liverpool's. If Liverpool get through these 5 games unscathed,
Big game against Everton, isn't it?
yeah, massive, especially with the David Moyes kind of effect that's happening now. So we'll see what happens there. Obviously, the Plymouth. I loved listening to Arne Slot after the Plymouth game because he was disgusting.
fuming, was he? Yeah, good.
And it was a good one. It wasn't like a out of control. He was just like very, very concise with the anger. You could see the anger, but like at the same time, he said, "This is Liverpool." It's like he couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking, with the players that came in, he'll probably be looking at them, Roy. Remember I said that. Look at those players who come in and said, this is a team that's going for the league. You lot been on the outskirts, kind of like dancing. This team's really... Then you get your opportunity to come in, and then you lose against Plymouth. With all due respect to a great Plymouth for football.
I've got some sympathy
With
the players.
why?
I played in a game. Our boss made, I think, 7, 8 changes against Leeds once. Leeds were in, I think, maybe League One or bottom of the Championship.
Not the one at Old Trafford, yeah.
Yeah, and we lost. When you play players who haven't been playing every week.
Was that Jermaine Beckford scored? In that?
Yeah, so physically you haven't been playing every week, so you're down on fitness, and then you're all coming together, and you haven't got the stability of the spine that's been playing. I tell you what, sometimes you can get caught out. It's
You can
not
get
easy.
caught out.
It's not easy. It's not easy sometimes.
Plymouth, well, they read the script and played it brilliantly, but at the same time, they have got players that are technically a lot better and should be playing a lot better than that, for me.
But
I still think that they
Yeah, but
shouldn't be losing.
Go back to the Leeds game. It's still at home, don't have.
no, we're at home. But I think we got beat by York once when we.
At York, yeah.
But York at home we got beat. If you remember when you made about 8, 9 changes.
Yeah, but Gal, do you think that Arne Slot will accept the fact, okay, you haven't been playing it? He's not going to accept anything like that. We can't sit here and think...
But I've got some sympathy with players. It's like with England once, we made like 8 changes and you'll end up losing. And it's like the lads that come in have never played together, they've got no familiarity. They know, you're almost highlighting that they're the reserves.
But these lot have got familiarity. They train with each other. They've been training with each other all season.
Do you know what I
same
thought
system.
was mad? That like Van Dijk, Mo Salah, like they didn't travel, did they? You know when like City usually
Take
take
full
changes,
rasta,
like De Bruyne and that's still
Yeah.
on the bench. But when you talk about psychological, I think Plymouth have looked and they're like, there's no Van Dijk, there's no Mo Salah, McAllister. Like it
Gives
gives
them a
you
lift,
a,
yeah.
it
Without a
definitely
doubt.
gives you a lift.
Without a
But
doubt.
the fact that, see, I am a big believer if you rest players, don't make them travel because I think it's a whole mental rest and everything like that. But I did find it quite surprising that there weren't even.
But psychologically, I think I know what you're saying, Joe, but also it would be nice to have 4 or 5 on the bench.
Yeah.
Like Forest were having their struggles last night, and they can still bring on
Woods.
some of their main guys. Whereas Plymouth are looking, obviously, if you're going to be a shock, you think you've got to get the first goal.
Yeah.
And once Plymouth got the first goal, but they're not looking at the bench, looking at Salah, and he's getting warmed up. They're like, no, we're not fearful of even the bench.
Yeah. Because City the other day, did they bring on De Bruyne? Like they had the players on the
against
on
Dortmund.
the
Yeah,
bench
yeah,
to
yeah.
come on, don't they?
Plymouth put in one of those performances that was historic.
Yeah.
Some of their players played the very best football match of their lives.
And then players make crazy decisions. The penalty. Like, Elliot,
Elliot, his
what are you
arms.
doing now? What are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, especially the guy's facing away from it. It's not like a overhead kick where he's done like a Rooney or a Garnacho one where he's caught it clean. He's looped it. So it's one of those where you could just go up and he's not going to...
The thing I'd say, you man, about the changes, and even at United at the moment, you look at Spurs, teams are struggling. It is important to build up relationship with people in it, the two centre-halves. That's why when teams are chopping and changing all the time, you go, no wonder you're struggling. You do have to have that 8 or 9 every week, lads. You just midfielder, I'd know who's... You wouldn't even have to speak to each other. You just instinct, full-back with your winger. So when these managers are chopping and changing all the time, but sometimes you want to get it in the reality of a match.
I've got sympathy.
You get the professionals, bro, and they're in a professional situation, they're training. For me, they've got to go to Fulham and they've got to do their bit. They've got to play their part. You know, you've got to expect Plymouth to come out with nothing to lose and have a go. These are players that are playing for Liverpool. They should be ready for whatever they're going to bring. You can't legislate for how great some of them's going to play. That cat.
Yeah, but that's the reason. There is cups. Arsenal have been beaten. Man United game. There's a reason why you're just off it a little bit. The manager does make many changes.
But going back to
backfires on you.
As it at Arsenal, I mean, Liverpool's next 5 games are obviously tonight. They've got Everton away, Wolves at home. They've then got Villa away, City away, and Newcastle at home.
Is this Everton game the last one at Goodison?
Yeah, and it's 5 games in 14 days, so it's quite quick fire. They're playing every 4 days, every 3 days.
Yeah, but they've had a nice break coming into it.
Yeah,
the cup match.
But as I'm saying, this now, I mean, I know you say Arsenal aren't out of it, but how are they going to cope without any centre forward?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. You only have to. It's in Liverpool's hands. Liverpool have to lose games, and Arsenal have to win games. And we got to win games without one of the guys who scores our goals. So you're just holding on to anything you can. You can't. I would never sit here and say, "Oh, it's totally done," but it's nearly totally done. I didn't say totally. It's nearly totally done.
I know. You're a smart guy. Don't worry. We know that. When will Saka be back?
Well, to be honest, you saw.
Are you talking weeks or is it going to be?
Well, it's probably weeks now.
It's right.
It's probably weeks
Is
now.
it?
Yeah, probably weeks now. But like you still, you know what? The way it's going, and you look at where we are and our Liverpool playing, and do you really want to blast him back? Do you want to bring Saka back?
You can't rush him back.
No way.
No chance.
Liverpool are winning that title.
How's your knee replacement? You might get a call.
I'd try. I'd try, Joe.
You would.
I do believe that if I was in the
clear and a
talks,
game
I
in
would
hand.
nick a couple
Is
of
it 6
goals.
I think
clear?
you would.
Yeah, game in hand. This is the game ends tonight.
And 6
points, yeah.
Even a draw tonight, 7 goal difference.
I'm just thinking about the last day of the season and where we will be.
Are you doing the game tonight?
Probably doing Exeter. I'll be doing it.
Are you doing the
League
game?
1 game.
No, it's
not?
on a different channel tonight.
Are you still? You've worked about 4 days this week.
I know.
Overworked.
I'm
Is
shattered.
everything all right?
I'm shattered.
Is
I
everything
won't be
okay
doing that
at
again.
home?
I won't be doing that again. 4 days.
Do you need us to chip in for your bills or something?
Right.
All right.
Spurs.
Sunday. Spurs United.
Spurs.
Are you doing
Those are the
Spurs
tops.
United?
Are those the tops that we got?
Oh,
Yeah.
I
lovely.
like that one.
Yeah. You
I
know
got
what?
that one.
It's
You got the
really-
best stuff.
It's
You two got the
really
best
good
stuff.
quality.
I like that jumper. I'd love that because I'm playing the green.
This
Wonder if
looks
they've got
smart
it.
on you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very
You
smart.
look lean, girl.
Gary likes
I've got a
black,
stylist.
doesn't he? Black.
Is
You got
that
a stylist,
Burberry?
girl?
Black makes you look slim.
You
Is
look
that
cool, girl.
Burberry?
Right, is this Burberry?
It's Harrington.
Is it yours?
No.
Oh.
This is Harrington.
I've got one for Ridey. I got him a gift.
Oh, it's nice.
A red one.
I remember these when we was young. I remember they were wearing those when we was running from skinheads. That's what they were wearing. And I was just like, hey, just see, he's brilliant, Harrington. And it's Dr. Martens.
This episode of Stick to Football is brought to you by Sky Bet. In the pre-meeting this morning, and I was reading Ange Postecoglou's quotes, he said, I saw this the other day actually, but then in the pre-meeting this morning I thought of my time as a coach, but I don't know how else to explain this. If you can't see that this team is trying its hardest to play under the most extreme 2.5 months of asking 18-year-olds and 17-year-olds and senior players with no rest to play Thursday, Sunday, Thursday, Sunday, Thursday, Sunday, Thursday, Sunday for 2.5 months straight. If you think that is not all a fact of how this team is performing, then right now there is nothing else to say. So this is not a defence of my time at Valencia, but the toughest thing, it resonated with what happened to me at Valencia when we came back after the winter break. We played, and we printed some off for you, actually.
You've gone deep on this one.
Yeah.
Now.
Is this because we had extra time?
There you go.
Oh my God, we've got
Homework. I'm out of here.
So I won't just read out my fixtures, right? 'Cause I think when you look at it, you'll realise. So I actually looked at the 2.5 months I had at Valencia.
Right.
December 31st, January 3rd, Jan 6, Jan 10, Jan 14, Jan 17, Jan 21, Jan 24, Jan 28, Jan 31st.
Wow.
Feb 3rd, Feb 7, Feb 10, Feb 13, Feb 18, Feb 21, Feb 25, Feb 28, March 2nd, March 6th, March 10, March 13th, March 17th, March 20th.
God, that's
When I say that I was absolutely drained doing 6 press conferences a week, literally 6 press conferences a week, before and after every single match, you have to, it's an obligation. Your players literally are losing games, so there's a confidence thing anyway, because that's why I was in the job. And then you literally just like, you got young players in, it's a negativity spiral of just confidence going, physicality. And it was...
Could you see people just walking around, you could see that they're
It was brutal.
So what's your point?
My point is that when I heard Ange say that the other day of the run that he's had every 3 days, now I get the fact that we can look at... They haven't got the squad of the other teams and they've got 10 injuries at this moment in time. I actually resonate with him that I can only imagine... I've been there where I've had that 2.5 brutal months.
Yes.
It was horrible. I went under, I was like... And I'm looking at Ange every single week and you can see him going lower and lower. And I just thought, it's not a defence of my time at Valencia, but I just... That's something that happened to me. I thought, I actually can resonate with that. I've got a bit of sympathy with you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, my only thing from Ange and managers who have a lot of fixtures in European games and cup games, and they talk about loads of games and we're missing players. Ange mentioned it the other day, we now have no midweek game for the next couple of weeks. And then you play these games, you get players back, and you still don't get a result. As if that's going to fix everything. We've got no games, we've a full week's training. You hear a lot of managers saying that, as if they're going to get a magic wand out during the week in the training pitch, and all of a sudden, you're going to turn these players into be better players. I know these are the demands of playing for a big club, whether it be Spurs or Valencia, but don't be fooled then by thinking, when we're out, like we've heard it before, when we've less games and we've players back, everything will be fixed. What happens if United go and beat him next week, where he's had a full week's training and he's got players back, they have another free week next week, and then you're looking at the manager going, you've been complaining for the last 2 weeks saying you've got injuries and you've got loads. No, you've had 2 free weeks and you still haven't won a game.
He's got a couple of players coming back now.
Yeah, of course. Oh, no, I agree with you, right? But I'm saying if they don't win the next couple of games, as if everything's going to be fixed when we've no midweek games.
No, I get that. I just think looking at Amorim, what he said a few weeks ago, he said he needed time on the training pitch, didn't he? And to be fair, he got that before City. I think Liverpool did quite well.
Well, but they got out of jail against Man City.
No, but against Liverpool did well that 3 weeks before Liverpool, and they actually did play well. And then you think that then they've gone back into this Thursday, Saturday again, and they're struggling again.
Right.
I do think it's a factor if you're on a negative spiral. It did resonate with me. This.
Well, when you had these results, did you change the way you played? Because that's one thing with Ange, isn't it?
I was thinking it was literally press conference, play.
So
recover.
You didn't even have time
you have to try and get them a day off as well in between these games.
So when you're signing a contract, the manager, when you're signing a contract with a big club, the managers, imagine a manager sitting with whoever he's negotiating with going, I want 10, 15, 20 million. I'll be really good when I've no midweek games. I'd be really fresh, cut my wages half that. Surely the demands of being a manager, if a manager could be fresh every day going to work, it'd be a fantastic job.
Yeah, do you think...
But it does take its toll on you. That fatigue, the travelling, the European games, so a couple of heavy defeats, Gary, the lang.
That's what I'm saying. We were in the Copa del Rey, so we were travelling 2.5 hours, 3 hours on a plane. And even in Spain, obviously, you're travelling most of the games by obviously plane as well. So you're getting back at 3, 4 in the morning. And it was like...
But did you not look at that before you took the job, Nev?
No, but to be honest with you, it's a conversation, to be fair, about... Do you actually want to be in these competitions sometimes, actually, if you're trying to get out of... You know what I mean? The Copa del Rey, obviously, the Europa League, similar to the League Cup and the FA Cup and things. Will it be better for Spurs towards the end of the season if he does get his players back?
We'll find out, but what happens if it doesn't?
Well, no, because I thought a couple of weeks ago he might be in big trouble going out of these two...
No, but the manager, you're saying, when managers come out and say, once I have a free week and time on the training pitch, and then they have that time,
but
results don't
and
improve.
The players back.
And the players back, and the results don't improve. You're going, you kind of made a promise a month ago. Once you have a free week.
Yeah, but Roy, when you're talking, when he's going to take the job, you're not going to ask, so can I see the list and how it's going to work out?
Of course you would. You'd look at the fixture list before you go in.
But you wouldn't know
It'd be good if he got the
You wouldn't know
results.
you'd stay in those competitions, to be fair. I mean, that's the one thing.
Well, obviously, you expect to win matches, so you'd expect... Valencia are a big club, you'd expect you're going to win the odd game.
It's not the excuse of Valencia.
I know it's not. And your record actually was pretty okay. But this idea, what did you think? You'd have a free midweek every fucking...
No,
week?
but
do you think you would have done better with a better squad of more quality players? I don't know where you're going. You've lost me.
No, this was a case of when Ange said... look at what's happening here. I thought, do you know something? Actually, yeah, it happened to me. I can see what happened.
Gary,
for that 3 months.
but when you're not getting results, as you know, if you're going into a job, even Pep, this is the first time I've really looked at Pep. And
he looks,
he obviously looks shattered, he looks tired, it looks all a bit much for him. Whereas over the last few years, you look at Pep, and I always admire Pep, and I look at him going, he looks fresh as a daisy. But when you're winning every week, you're going to be fresh as a daisy. Of course you are. It doesn't take its toll on you. So when you see Ange at the moment, Ange looks like he's not slept for a month. Because if you're not winning, of course, and you're shattered. He's got United on Sunday. I guarantee if they win on Sunday, you see him Monday or Tuesday, he'll have a spring in his step. Of course, that's what the results do to you. They grind you down. They wear you out. Your appetite goes. You're not sleeping properly. Everyone's annoying you. The family, your friends, the dog, everybody. But when you're winning, everything's great. Great marriage. Kids are great. Love the dog. Got a lovely car. But when you're losing, trust me, they beat you up. That's what
you love your dog?
When I see managers the weekend, when I watch managers the weekend, you look by the results, just turn the volume off and listen to a man. You look at a manager going, he's lost. You can tell by everything about him. David Moyes, when he was at Sunderland, David Moyes was... And these are experienced managers. You look at Pep at the moment, when you're not winning week in, week out, they're shattered.
But that's what I think I was saying, in terms of if you're losing, you've got the games every 3 days and you've got the physicality, but it spirals into a difficult situation.
Of course.
It does. And you know, people saying with Ange, is it the way he's training? Where's he get time to train?
No.
He had no time to train.
No time to train.
No. You've no time to train.
A few of these injuries are like, you've got ACL, you've got knee tweak, you've got like injuries, collisions. That's not Ange. You feel...
Yeah, but Ange, at the other side, when Ange was manager of Celtic, he's playing Dundee and Hibs every week, and they've got the smallest squads ever. You know, I don't think Ange was feeling sorry for them. So it's Ange's time now to go, you have to suffer, Ange, like lots of other managers. Celtic have the biggest budget, the best players. And do you think he had sympathy at Dundee when he was winning 7-8 and 9-0? He won there one day 9-0. I didn't see him after the game going, do you know what, I feel for the other manager, they've got a small budget. He didn't care less. But managers are getting sacked all around him.
He's at Celtic, who are obviously in that league are they're the guys. He's got an owner now who he's with. He's not going to back him like maybe that's how he's backed in Celtic. It's going to be easier for him. I think that his squad. It'll be interesting to see if he does get through this phase.
Does he get through it?
Is he getting through it?
Once he stays in Europe, that keeps kind of the feel-good factor.
I'd love for him to be able to get to a place, Roy, where he can then get players what he wants, get more quality in his squad, and then see if he continues to play how he is. And then
you could say that for every manager. But every manager could sit there and go, I just need more time and I need more players.
He definitely needs a lot more quality.
Part of being a manager is going, I need to adapt and be hard to beat. So we're a goal down against Phil after 60 seconds. Players dangling their legs.
Surely he would have believed that he would have got more of what he might have wanted up to this point. He's 2 years in, he might have got a little bit more.
Do you know what? I don't think any manager ever gets what he really wants, if you know what I mean. There's always compromise somewhere. If you're speaking to a club, the first thing you said to a manager, but when you're speaking to owners of the club, don't believe what they're telling you. No, I do.
I'm an owner.
Yeah, no, you are. That's what I'm talking about.
Don't believe
No, owners will try and give you promises. Yeah, we'll support you, and then you're losing a few games. It's like, oh, hold on a second.
Yeah.
We've got kids in the academy. Can you give them a chance? Hey, and I mean that in the nicest way. Just don't believe everything they tell you. All these promises.
I do admire how he's playing, though.
Manager,
I do admire, like, the younger players have come in, and it's a tough time. But then when he gets them players back, he is sticking to it, isn't he? And you think
but he had all these players available when they played Ipswich at home and they got beaten.
Yeah, but I think when the players get back, like, obviously we've seen some great performances.
But which players are you talking about coming back, Jill? Truthfully.
What, to come back to help, you mean?
To help Spurs, really.
Obviously Van der Ven will
right.
help them. Vicario will
I
help
agree.
them. Romero will help them.
They've got about 10 out, haven't they?
Yeah.
A doggy?
A doggy at left back. You know,
There we go.
He'll help. But he'll help.
You like a doggy?
You know,
He's not bad.
I like a
Not going
doggy.
to fix it.
You know, I like
Clive Allen, Mickey Hazard. Come on.
Jed Spence.
You're just throwing names out. I'm on about players who would have an impact, real impact. And
I think the goalkeeper will have an impact.
Yeah,
I think Van der Ven.
Yeah, listen, yeah.
Well.
That's two.
You know what I mean? You've got Madison. I know that people say about
Hold on a
Madison.
second.
Madison coming in.
We saw Madison at Tamworth. He was taken off. Tamworth non-league. People say Madison's the man. When's he going to step up to the plate? He got relegated with Leicester. He better get relegated with Spurs. That's a good start.
Skilled Madison. James,
Madison
I've got
isn't
you
bad.
James, we got you.
Madison isn't bad, but he's not at the darts. But let me tell you, if you think he's going to come back and get Spurs top 6, you're in cuckoo land.
James, it's up to you.
He's a talented player.
You've got to silence this, James. You're the only one who can do this.
No, but if you're a player in the Spurs dressing room and Maddison's back in the squad, you wouldn't be looking and going, "Oh, gee, he's back today. Yeah, we're going to be fine."
I'd be happy if he's playing.
I think I saw him at City when they won that game, and
All
I
right,
thought
yeah,
he
they
blended the quality of his attacking with he was actually good in his defence.
How many months ago was that?
Brilliant.
How many months
It's a couple of months ago. I actually said he set a standard that night that he's got to continue
the
to
thing,
keep.
But he hasn't continued.
But they've got them performances
He's not
in them.
consistent. That's the problem with him.
England had a squad of 300. You can't even get that. Don't kid yourselves, everybody.
Roy got back at 4 o'clock this morning, so he's a bit grouchy.
I can feel he's tired.
He's a bit
He's
grouchy.
overtired. He's like my
not.
my
Honestly,
kids.
have
All right,
some
you
funny.
praise every player. It's like boys on. You love everybody. I've asked you to name some players,
No.
and you're like, oh, you're naming players. You go, yeah, they're not bad.
You always want to give the players a
What's
chance
it got to do with
to maybe
boys?
redeem themselves. I know.
Well, how many chances do you get, Riley?
This is why he's got to listen.
And you know
to
what?
that.
Being part of a footballer, you know, people
Want
go,
him to-
oh, somebody's always injured. Part of being a footballer is being available to play. You have to be robust. So when these players are going, oh, he's always had injuries, he's got hamstrings. Well, you're no good to me. You're no good to me.
Yeah, but that's the departments, the medical departments say, keep him out here, keep him out here.
Yeah,
the sports
yeah.
side, so they've got a lot to answer
A
for.
blood
them lot.
test, yeah, I know.
They got a lot
I get
to
it.
answer for as well.
And I know players get injured. I got injured. But now our lads are constantly injured all the time with hamstrings.
It's not their fault, though. It's not their fault that they're getting injured.
It is. They're
bro.
not robust to play 60 games a season, 70. Messi, Ronaldo, they don't play 60, 70 top-level games.
You know
That's
what I
the part
liked
of being a footballer.
yesterday? Foden played a crossfield pass and he definitely hurt his knee. Did you see? And
Yeah.
then and then he played on, but you could see he was limping. And then he got the penalty, and you could tell he was into it. But he wanted to stay on. He didn't complain once. And I'm like, I like that. It's like the
He's a hero,
old school
yeah.
mentality. No, but he didn't want to go off.
Rambo,
he was
you
like,
like Rambo?
I want to play.
New Rambo.
No, but you wouldn't have gone off, would you? A little knock.
He is a
on your
tough kid,
knee.
Foden.
That's what I mean.
Super Six. The Super Six rollover continues, meaning it could reach a huge £1 million by the 22nd. This week on Super Six, the jackpot stands at a huge £750,000. Compete against the guys in our mini league using the code STF-S6. Right, Ben, come on.
Right, last week, Gary and Roy, you both got 6 points each.
Oh, it's not bad. Take a draw.
That's
Have we ever
because-
beaten them in any week? Have we ever
No.
had more? What'd you say?
Carry on.
No, I don't think you have.
Roy, you are on 69.
You know, if...
Move on, Jill. It's a family show. Right, this week, Super Six. Who wants to go first?
Who's that?
Ladies
Oh,
first.
If we lose now, though, they're going to blame me.
Yeah, City,
No pressure.
Newcastle.
At City.
Newcastle, wouldn't
Who's
you?
come
Just
out
score
like
goals.
When, what time kickoff
think
is
we
this
go
and what
draw.
day? Friday is important.
Saturday, 3 o'clock.
Saturday, 3
2-2.
o'clock.
You think?
2-2, yeah, 2-2.
Okay.
I think Newcastle scoring goals there. 2-2.
Good shot, Desmond, yeah.
Yeah, but we need points, bro. We need to win.
Come on, Ian. All right, do well.
The thing is, though, when you have
We picked different one. You go first and I pick the next
one. Newcastle
in it,
3-2.
a bounce back.
No, but they'd just be so flat. They're
Do you think?
demoralised, yeah.
Where's Bournemouth? Why ain't Bournemouth on there? You know I love to see Bournemouth.
I actually think I would have gone 3-2 as well, to be fair. That would have been mine.
Would you?
Villa,
Yeah.
Villa,
I'd have gone Newcastle over City, yeah, I think. I think Isak and Gordon will...
I just feel like there's and even Jacob. Don't think Jacob.
Yeah,
doing
he's
enough,
not bad.
yeah.
Not bad.
3-1.
Right.
3-1.
Nice.
to
one.
Villa.
Villa.
Yeah.
Here we go.
God, we're punchy
What are
today.
you thinking, Jill?
Yeah, hey, stop messing about.
Definitely Villa.
Forest how they gonna react to them?
2-0, yeah.
2-0 Villa.
Thank you, Jill.
Good shout.
Thank
They
you.
get all their people
Yeah,
back
go
as well.
again.
Forest, wouldn't they?
Do you know if we get the 6 correct scores, do
Tell
we
us-
get the $750,000? Is that right? Do we get the...
We're
Sure.
playing it, aren't
Do
we?
we get the actual
Gary,
prize if we win this, Barney? No, what means we'll get
So
it
what
and then
we
give it
doing
to
it for?
charity. We won't keep...
I want
Would
my
we
money.
get it and give it charity?
Charity. Why do we always have to give stuff to charity all the time?
We need it as well. Look at us on here. Think we're on here because we love
Charities.
it.
Sick of hearing about them.
Roy's working 4 days a week.
down.
He needs the money. Tell us
Is
some
it
more,
us-
tell us some more Forest stats off yesterday.
Fulham Forest.
Is it our goal?
Yeah.
I don't know what's
Fulham
going on.
Forest.
Oh.
Fulham Forest.
Oh, is it us?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Jill.
Forest.
Fulham. Do you think?
Oh, look at Jill.
Do you not think?
A double agent.
Quite smart, Fulham. I think it could be an opponent that might
You have to
suit
take the
Forest.
first score.
Okay.
Might not suit Forest. I mean, I'm happy to go. It'd be tight, this game.
No,
I
what
think.
do you think?
think it's going
Boris
to be...
just got back from Dubai.
Have they been to Dubai?
Yeah.
When did they fly? Today?
No, they came back.
Came back.
Oh,
They came last
back.
night.
And then
Where
when
we were
they
last
exited,
night. I got
oh
that in the
yeah.
stat pack.
You haven't told
I got that
us.
in the stat pack. flight details.
Should we go 2-1? Go 2-1. We'll go. Jill said Forest. We'll go 2-1.
Yeah, hurry
Forest.
on.
God, you're so grouchy today.
1-1.
1-1.
1-1.
Love that.
Oh, that's all day.
I like that.
Oh, this is righty.
Everton.
Palace.
Everton.
Oh, David.
Everton are doing well though.
I'd love to see.
I
I'd love
think the
Everton to...
honeymoon could be over for David.
Do you think?
Not Everton, yeah.
I think
Liverpool,
Everton...
I think, will...
I think Everton will beat Liverpool tonight.
You think so?
You think?
I just feel something.
Is that your Arsenal bit?
Last game.
No, it's
of
not my Arsenal bit, it's my
Goodison.
Bournemouth vibe. I've just got the same vibe for Everton.
Liverpool aren't getting beaten by
Well,
Everton.
we'll see.
No chance.
So I'm going to go with at home.
Is this 3 o'clock on Saturday as well? Sorry.
That's what I was right.
Lots of questions.
I've been told tonight.
This one, isn't it?
I've been told tonight I've got to go and pick my daughter up at 9 o'clock
Tonight?
from netball.
Brilliant.
Midway through Liverpool-Everton game.
Brilliant. Yeah, your daughter, family's number one.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Family's number
Are
one.
you
What?
doing it?
Pick your daughter up and enjoy it.
I'm
Don't-
still
Hey,
debating
don't
it.
be grumpy picking her up. It's your
Yeah.
daughter.
Oh no! Once I get in the
Lucky
car.
are you? Picking up. Hey.
Just tell her to
Very
wait till 10.
Is it us here? Right.
Can we pick up at 10:15?
5:30.
Yeah, I was thinking that as
Uber,
well.
get our
Put
Mackie D's
put
on.
her in an Uber.
2-2.
2-1.
What do you think, Roy?
Yeah, hey, go on. You're
2-2.
Palace, man.
2-2.
I'm not convinced.
I'll go and pick her up.
I think Everton-
No, I think someone's winning that.
What, Palace? Palace or Everton?
I'll
do
be
that.
your driver
Everton.
No, you're fine.
if I can take your car.
Have confidence
Jill, go
in
on.
yourself.
My heart's saying Everton.
Should we go Palace? Oh, is it?
Well, you
away
say
win?
Palace.
There's a couple of results that surprise you, isn't there? Go on, Jill. I like it.
Very tan.
Go on, Jill.
Where are you going, Jill?
Yeah, I've been away.
Go on, Jill. I'll go with it then.
Of
Go
course you
on.
have. Where you been, Jill, now?
Abu Dhabi.
Of course you have.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought you meant Wales or something.
What have you been?
I told you I went to Abu
Your
Dhabi.
skin looks
I
amazing,
was
Jill.
in the air, and he's like, "Go to Cape Town." I was like, "I'm 3 hours
I didn't
into
know
the
you were
flight." I was
flying.
like,
Your skin
"God."
looks great. The shell's
Thank
got.
you. Yeah, it was
Your
good.
skin looks
It was good.
amazing.
It was a bit posh for me though. To be fair, there was one
injections are
point
working.
we went to we went to this spa at one
Not
point,
denied
and
this. She's not denied
it was really
No, her forehead looks all right.
no, it was really posh this spa, and it was like it was obviously like a jacuzzi and stuff, and I was dead hot, and then so there was like a cooler bit, so I went into the cool water, and the woman comes over to us about 10 minutes later, going, "You do know you sat in the display fountain."
My God.
And I was like, oh my God, I thought it was like a hot cold. And when I turned around, there was just
I love it.
It was so
Jill, that's
embarrassing.
perfect. I'm glad.
So yeah, so I
Lovely
need to stick to the lane.
Beautiful image. It's like drinking the finger bowl with the lemon in it.
Yeah. Right, you pick. One.
You were in Everton, didn't you?
Tell you a story.
No, do you want Palace? Come on, no, come on.
No, go
Come
tell us
on.
now.
No, you get the duck in the Chinese. You get duck in the starter. And you get the little. My dad used to wipe his face with it. They were like wipes, you know what I mean? As a joke.
Right.
Was it a joke? Is it
2-1 Everton.
Right, 2-1 Everton.
Oh, you gone for a winner?
Good. I like that.
You go Liverpool Wolves.
Yeah,
So
go.
we'll go Liverpool.
What time's this?
Yeah.
Sunday 2 o'clock.
Oh,
think
see, that's
that could be
different now.
big.
Sunday.
3.
Changes the
Yeah.
whole mind.
3-1.
It's us to go.
I think Wolves
think
got a
they'll get a
goal.
goal?
Yeah, well, 3-1.
3-1.
3-1, Salah hat-trick for a bonus 250 grand.
No.
2-1 Liverpool. 2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool.
I wouldn't give him a go. I wouldn't even.
Oh, the big one. Tottenham,
I
Manchester
can't
United.
This is us.
even
Yeah,
call
United.
it.
This is
I think United win.
Yeah, they're only.
I think United
Spurs
win.
at the minute. With their, I can't. I
Have
just can't
Spurs
see
got their
Spurs.
players back? Is Madison back?
You know what? I hope Madison's
No, I
back
think
and
United.
scores a
I'm going to
winner.
go
So
I think
please
United.
3-1
change.
United.
3-1
We've got 3-1 United.
Go on then.
3-1 United.
I hope the
Really?
one goal
Yeah.
scored is by Madison.
United are going to
2-1
score
United.
3 goals
Yes, they will.
away from home.
Yes,
Yes, they
got
will.
that about them.
Jill, they've sacked a load of people. They'll do really well, won't
Who
they?
have
Of
they
course,
sacked?
yeah, they've sacked another
Who've they sacked?
load
Jim
of
Ratcliffe,
redundancies. 200 people.
See them on the pitch.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
It's a good,
Cheers,
it's a
thank
good
you.
job.
Thank you.
This is a good question. This from Kev Sky Better, finding out who the greatest sports person of all time is. Who is yours?
Well, the one that's had the biggest influence on myself and everything, and the time he was at his pomp was Muhammad Ali. Yeah. You know, I watched again like David Frost. Have you seen it? It's on Sky. David Frost versus He's doing unbelievable interviews with great people. I went and watched the premiere of the Muhammad Ali one.
The interview with him. Oh, no, it's Parkinson's interview with him's amazing.
No, that was one. Yeah, but he put Parkinson to bed.
Yeah,
But him and David Frost, they kind of, they got through the years. They you got to watch it, right?
Yeah.
And the interviews, it's magnificent, and he's magnificent, Muhammad Ali, because of what he done outside the ring as well. But
did you get a photograph of him that time at the BBC when we got that Team of the Year or something?
when was Muhammad Ali there?
He was there. He was getting obviously an award.
Do we have a group picture with him?
I
Did
don't
you
know.
get a picture with him?
No, he
Oh,
was,
no, 'cause
he was obviously.
I remember him being there,
He
yeah.
was getting an award, and we won it at United. And I was sitting above. He was literally from here to that wall there. And I was thinking, if you're going to get a photograph, I'm not one for chasing photographs, but I thought. But when they finished, everyone was around him, and he wasn't well at it.
Oh,
I just
okay.
thought, I'll leave him to it. But I think the lads got some great photos with him. Some of the lads individually, but I felt for him. I thought, no, leave the man alone.
Who's yours? Who would you go with?
It's hard to describe. It's
really hard.
Yeah, it's so difficult to do different sports, isn't it?
Because we're
You
talking
know
about-
what I mean?
No,
But,
Like-
his beliefs and all this, and his battles in America, they were huge.
It was. You got to watch it because, like, we're talking about in that time.
And he was criticised a lot for not, you know what I
Massively
mean?
criticised for not going on the draft. He didn't want to go to Vietnam.
Yeah,
he
he
said
didn't
that,
wanna
why am
kill
I going to
anyone? Yeah,
kill
kills
people in
me,
Vietnam?
yeah.
My enemies are here in America.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he stood by that. And you can imagine what he went through.
Some of his quotes were brilliant. Some of the quotes.
You know, I remember he was the one who done the shortest ever poem, Me, We. Have you heard that before?
No.
Well, you heard it now.
Is that it?
Yeah?
Oh.
Me, We. Let that sink in for a bit. He's the greatest. Muhammad Ali's the greatest.
No doubt about it.
The
Yeah,
greatest.
do you know, it'd be hard to argue with that, isn't it? Are we?
I'm trying to think who you could put in as a contender to actually
Yeah.
go up against him.
You know something? If
Like boxing's huge. Boxing, obviously, you could talk about soccer players, American football players, baseball players.
Who would be a
I
soccer
think Tiger
player
without
that
the
you
would,
would put in? Tiger
but off
Woods,
the
yeah.
field, it's how you
Yeah,
carry
that's
yourself.
what I'm talking
all
about. It's the whole package, isn't
Yes,
it?
the whole package.
I'm trying to think when I was younger who I would like.
Pele would be up there.
Look up,
Pele would be
yeah.
up there as well.
George Best.
I think Pele would probably be up the way he carried himself as well.
Who's the greatest sportswoman then of all time?
So tough. See, my thing was always athletics. Kelly Holmes, Paula Radcliffe.
Yeah.
I loved watching
But the American
them.
Yeah, but would they be known all over the world? You know,
Then
I've
you
got
look
one.
about tennis.
Serena Williams.
Yeah, Serena Williams.
Yeah, Serena Williams is big.
Look, I love the consistency, to keep doing it. I think when you're a
Did you
winner...
like your trips to Wimbledon? You've done the Wimbledon stuff. Have you done all done?
Yeah.
Once,
It's
yeah.
amazing.
It's brilliant. Watch it
is
live as well.
amazing.
I wasn't that big a fan personally, but that wouldn't be surprising.
Were you in the Royal Box?
No, I was behind the goal, behind the one of the ends, but the opposite end to the royal box.
Was it good? Did you like it?
And was Bex in the Royal Box?
No, we were
Catching balls.
in the Royal Box with Phil. Phil took us
How did Phil
after
get
the
that?
World Cup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we went with Phil. Well, he
good
was
day out.
waving
Yeah,
at
it's a good
us.
day out.
We mentioned Federer. Is
Have you
Federer
been?
Oh,
Djokovic?
Federer.
That should be my cup of tea.
Djokovic
Federer?
as well.
What, watching the tennis?
Yeah.
Who else? I think when
Michael Jordan.
About Formula One.
Schumacher.
Schumacher, yeah.
No,
You know, you got to mention Jack Nicklaus
Senna.
then.
Ayrton
Jack
Senna.
Nicklaus.
Jack Nicklaus.
Ayrton Senna.
Ayrton Senna.
Ayrton Senna.
Ayrton Senna.
It's so hard to compare, I think.
He's the greatest.
Boxing female, Katie Taylor's huge at the moment. You must admire her.
Yeah,
He's fantastic.
Just- I'm just-
brilliant.
it's a
But
separate.
I don't think
No,
we're ever
she
going to
is
beat
really
Muhammad Ali, are we, in terms of impact, just everywhere.
Everyone knows of him all over
Yeah.
the world, no matter where you go.
I think Muhammad Ali is the...
He was...
What about if you had to pick a footballer, just one, but that you've played with?
Played
Who
with?
would be like your sportsman?
Cristiano would be the... I
Would
think
it?
Cristiano or Bex would be the most famous sports people in terms of what I
When I
played.
played against, I really love is Paolo Maldini. I really love him for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Zidane was a good one.
Zidane as well.
Zidane was a big
Yeah,
one.
Zidane.
I love Cannavaro as well.
Listen, Messi and all these blokes. Hey. Again, sometimes you play against footballers and you're playing at a good level and they're way ahead of you. You're
You
like,
can see it.
Yeah.
you know what?
We played Zidane in that tournament, and he was on. It was weird. It was strange watching him. It was like something different. It's like watching Alien.
Yeah.
On there with an alien. It was a really weird. Didn't want to get near him because you're kind of scared. You're going to get into his force field and you're going to explode or something. It was so good.
I have to go Kelly Smith for football. Like, I wish she was like now and would benefit
now,
from
she
where...
good, yeah,
Yeah,
she-
like I
yeah,
remember
easily,
Euros were getting beat like 2-0, I think, and she just picks the ball up halfway line, lobs the keeper, like
She's
it'd just
amazing.
get a hat-trick and would win 3-2. Like, honestly, I knew if I was playing midfield with her, I was like, we're going to be all right. You know, one of them players when you see it and you just know the play and you're like, she did some incredible things. Yeah. And just so calm off the pitch as well. I was just in awe of her.
Is that right?
Yeah, in awe of her. So, yeah, I'd like to see, and now...
But you mentioned all the best in Charlton's and all these players, and Dalglish, all them great players, man. Hey. Fantastic.
Dalglish,
because
I used to watch
Even
Keegan.
a name like that, he was always going to be a footballer, wasn't he?
Is it
All the best players have great names.
Like Keegan!
Georgie Best, what a name that is. Kevin
Toshak.
Keegan's a great name.
Toshak.
Yeah.
Gotta have a cool name.
Roy Keane.
I was never going to, I never had a chance.
I think that's quite a good name.
When you're younger, you used to say to yourself what it would sound like if your name, when the commentators said,
Yeah.
right! And it happened.
I remember a guy who moved to where I lived in the area, and he was from England. He came over, and his name was Kevin Keegan. We were like, we thought he was the coolest kid ever. Kevin Keegan. Honestly, he lived in Mayfield, yeah.
Oh.
Right.
His friend. Yeah.
Moving on. Is it okay to support two clubs?
What, in the same country?
I follow, obviously I support Sunderland, but like Man City as well. Is it okay?
I think
Obviously,
I think if one's like in the Premier, you can't support two clubs in the same league. I don't think you can't support like Manchester United and Leicester or Tottenham. I don't think you've got to choose. I think that's difficult.
So I'd be okay this season, but if Sunderland go up, I'm gonna have to.
You have to be Sunderland.
Yeah, it would be Sunderland.
Yeah,
Big
I think if you've got an affinity, you've played for a club for a long time. Actually,
Yeah.
that's all. I mean, because if you ask, say,
But do you have that? I don't have that with the clubs I played for. I don't feel...
You don't feel nothing.
you do support United, don't you?
I don't support Man United, absolutely
He's
not.
a Tottenham
You do?
fan. He's a Tottenham man.
I don't support Man United. I don't support Nottingham Forest.
But when you're watching United, you feel more emotional or sort of about the game than...
No, you feel you have more of an insight of how it works at the club and the expectation, that stuff, but you're not.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't say I'm a fan. I wouldn't be going... The results wouldn't make or break my weekend. I wouldn't be going home going, yeah, get in there, it was a great win or a heavy loss. I'd be looking at it in a professional way.
If United won,
Yeah, but I wouldn't be going home. It wouldn't spoil my weekend if they lost. You'd be...
It's strange.
I wouldn't be going back.
It does me.
If
It does bugs me.
yeah.
Yeah, but you grew up in... I remember I
Yeah.
grew up in Ireland, remember? You know, obviously I played for a club and you're very grateful for that. And yeah, obviously I'd say you have a soft spot for them, but the results wouldn't be making or breaking your weekend. Same for Forest or Celtic or the clubs I was involved in. Absolutely not. Because you're a professional.
I like Sampdoria. First, I don't know. I think it might have
come
been
from left field.
What's his name? Yeah, because
Yeah,
like, I've not got a country. I've not got a team.
Was
that
obviously
right?
Arsenal?
David Platt? Well,
David Platt, Ruud Gullit.
Yeah.
The
Was
great
Vialli
Gianluca
playing there?
Vialli. Mancini.
Des was there. Des played for
Des
Sampdoria.
played
Yeah,
there.
Des
That's where
played
Des.
there.
I love that kit. It's the kit.
Did
Did
I
Lee
had
Sharp,
one. I
did Lee
changed
Sharp
kit
play for
before.
Sampdoria?
Did you?
I'm not sure.
Sharp, he went to Italy for a while, didn't he? Did he play for Sampdoria?
Yeah, I think he might have. I used to love the ground, you know, the brick in
Yeah,
the
the
corner.
corner.
there.
I used to be in it. I think there was a time where,
Yeah.
where what's his name?
Played 3 games.
Sven. There was a link with me at Sampdoria, and I just loved the kit.
Yeah.
Do you know, you're on growing up watching teams, but the team I would have liked, I still had Juventus. I liked Juventus.
Juventus.
Obviously, when Maradona was at Napoli, he was amazing. I always had a soft spot for Juventus.
AC Milan as well, because they were just great. But like Sampdoria.
You've got 8 teams.
No. AC Milan, just because remember that AC Milan
And
team.
you're a
that
Celtic,
battered
man. You
Barca.
play for Celtic.
Yeah, I love Celtic as well, because of Danny McGrain. It's funny because Danny McGrain is why I love Celtic, not even
the
Kenny
number on the
Dalglish.
back. Remember the number on the back of the
And
shorts?
number on the shorts down there.
Big game tonight, Celtic Bayern.
Massive game. You see, again, you're talking about the qualification. That Celtic getting to play Bayern is a good thing, and that's the way it's you know what I mean? I think
Whatever,
it's great.
however they've got there, the knockout games when it comes out.
That's when it comes in.
Yeah.
Knockout
I mean,
games.
it's confusing getting
Definitely.
there, but
Yeah.
we're there now.
Right, we're going to finish on this one.
Go on.
Goodison Park. So it's the final, or last ever Merseyside derby tonight at Goodison Park. Memories of Goodison Park.
Yeah.
You must have scored a few there, didn't you?
I got sent off there.
Did you?
Yeah, I kicked
Yeah,
the
that was a
ball.
disgrace as a kid, yeah.
And,
You kicked the ball at the.
Should have gone to prison for that.
Did you kick the ball at the ball boy?
I kicked the, no, it was a kid in the crowd's face.
Did it?
So what happened?
Yeah, but you weren't aiming for him, was you? Because there's no way you're.
No, I wasn't aiming for him.
Yeah, but he wasn't going to hit the ball where he was aiming for, was he?
That's what I thought he said.
Yeah, obviously not.
Girl, what happened?
This basically, this fan, do you know when you go over as a full-back, you take throw-ins, and the ball goes into the fans and you run over, and then they throw it back at you hard.
Oh,
That's,
yeah.
That's wrong, yeah.
And they're from like a yard away, and it bounces back towards me, bounces back ricochet, back and forward.
Blasted it.
And I just booted it back towards...
Was I playing there? Was I gone? I can't remember.
May just have gone. So I booted it straight back at this bloke's face, but it came off the side of my boot and it just veered a little bit. And it hit this kid in the face.
Did you go and say sorry?
Yeah, I was gutted about it, but I didn't think the ref would send me off for it. But he came straight over.
Who was the ref?
Really?
Can you remember?
I can't remember who the ref was. Who's the ref? Do we know?
Please say it was Graham Poll.
The thing is, though, in them heated moments, like you just
No, but
you
it is
do
annoying
go
when
emotional.
That is
you know
very
what?
annoying.
I'd go easy on you there. If someone throws the ball back, it's something you do.
It's one of those petty things. It's like petty things that the fans
You
can
must have
do.
done something like that, did you? Right? You used to kind of get involved with the crowd.
No, I remember. Yeah, I did. I remember like Coventry. But I got done as well. I didn't get sent off for it because I got reported after the game.
Even worse.
But like you know what I mean.
What did you do?
Did you get suspended for it
I
like
went
later on?
I went like that to him.
Call them wankers.
Yeah. And then what happens is...
Thanks for the...
And then what...
Yeah.
Thanks for that, girl. And then what...
Someone said that, Lizzie,
We got that.
Then what happens is that you go into the dressing room...
Phil
and then
Dowd, the referee.
There's police. There's police.
What for that?
Yeah, because I've done that because then if I think you can get 6 people. If 6 people report you for something, then the police have to check.
Duncan Ferguson, remember Duncan Ferguson headbutted? There was a guy at the match,
And so they done that. So I remember.
Were you handcuffs and all? No, it wasn't.
No, it weren't handcuffs, but they came to say that I've been reported and this and that, and that's when I.
Back of a van after the game?
No,
What, just for doing a hand gesture?
Yeah. And the thing is that you know what?
Well,
The thing is that you know when you can have certain fans, because I used to go to certain places and you get a lot of booing, but when you get close, some people will have a laugh. It kind of.
Yeah.
So I thought that they were fine, and then I think what happened was that when the game finished, you clap them. You know what I mean? I was clapping them, and they were like, "Fuck off!" Yeah. And I just went, and then I walked, and then I got
Did you get suspended afterwards?
£17,000 fine.
what?
And the ban or not?
I wasn't banned. It was just a fine. I'll have to check. I can't even remember if I was fined, but like I remember them
Big
saying.
fine, right? To that because I got fined
17
10 grand for the one where I went like to Liverpool fans.
God, we used to
17,000.
get £50.
It's funny because
10,000, 2 weeks' wages. That's not bad.
What's the most you've been fined?
Did you get fined, FA?
Yeah.
You used to always burn me.
He's had $250,000, I think, did you?
Shut up.
That's some big ones, yeah. No,
For what?
He doesn't do small
No
fines.
way, not that much.
$250,000.
Go big or go home, Jill, yeah.
But going back to my sending off at Goodison Park.
Yes.
So I think you're in the dressing room, there's no tellers in the dressing room. And then Scholesy walks in. And I'm thinking it's the end of the game.
He got sent off as well. Did he get sent off as well?
So me and Scholesy are sat there in the dressing room, and it's the loneliest place that you've ever been sent off.
Yeah,
worst
yeah,
ever.
yeah.
The worst
Yeah.
ever.
Worst
You're in the
ever.
dressing room,
Yeah.
you know you've let your teammates
Is
down.
that what happens? What was Scotty sent off?
And Scholesy was sent off, I don't know, I think 2 yellows or something, just like a late challenge. So we're both sat there. I'm like, what the fuck?
Are you thinking about what's going to happen? What the lads are going to say
I'm
when you come
thinking
in?
the best thing that can happen when you get sent off is that at least you can get a result. But if he's been sent off at 9 and then they went and scored, I think they would beat us 1-0. Did they beat us 1-0 in that game? Yeah, just check it. I think they beat us 1-0.
Remember we were 3-0 at one time. They came back, but 3-3, but Rude scored in the last minute to make it 4-3. Do you remember that game?
Everton.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. When they brought the Radzinski, it was your Radzinski at half time.
Was that a good
couple of set pieces? Yeah, we were 3-0 up. They come back 3-3, and then we scored in the last minute.
1-0 we lost.
I remember being...
I got sent off against Forest, and I remember... I got sent off against Forest and for Forest when I went there on loan.
Is that a record? I haven't ever done that, do you think?
I don't know.
It's not a good answer on a quiz
I
question.
was trying to step on this big fella there, and he screamed and fell over so... It was... And then Stuart Pearce, I remember Stuart Pearce came over and went, "You're in for it now."
You're in for it. What do you think? Are you glad to see the back? Are you saying Goodison, is it time to move on as well for Everton?
No, I'm saying how special a ground it is. It's an amazing ground. Brilliant ground.
I love the way they've got Goodison on those metal things. That's so retro.
That.
I know the Everton fans, but there must also come a point where they're looking at other grounds and they're travelling away from going, listen, you're left behind.
Yeah, they have to
Money-wise,
go.
you have to.
When I played for Everton, we only played there once, I think.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Goodison.
I would have liked more.
Would you have loved, because more of the women's
opportunities,
teams are playing at the main stadiums.
Yeah, we didn't really
It must
get...
have been hard, was it? Just playing like not in the main
So
stadium.
we played at Marine
like, remember the reserves
FC.
years ago used to play the first team.
Yeah,
I played there a few
Marine
times.
FC was our home ground, and the ball would go over someone's garden, and they'd literally give it back. But I liked it. I liked the small pitch. But yeah, I would have loved memories of playing at some of the...
Remember they used to play the reserves? Remember the reserves used to play at the stadium? Yeah.
I remember playing it like... Arsenal's ground, Tottenham's ground in the reserves. It's empty.
It was a big deal
Better,
for
it's even
football,
better.
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was amazing. That was the
big
conf-
deal. And
was it
all the French players would always play, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If you were left out at the start,
it was
always play.
And then you end up playing against a top first-team players coming back from injury.
Yeah.
And you're looking at him and you're
That's
like,
good, yeah.
So I played at Marine as a 17-year-old in the A team, and Brian Robson played in our team. Coming back from
Really?
injury, yeah. At Marine.
I remember playing
Did you
with
carry
Brian.
him? You did you?
I remember playing with Brian
Roberts,
Robson
get in the half
in an England B game. Brian Robson came to England B game in Algeria. In Brian Robson's player.
Wow.
Couldn't believe it.
You didn't play the big game. Did England play a big game against Ireland one time? Was that a big
No, I
one?
didn't play in that one, no.
Did they play one time? I'm sure I played Ireland in a big game.
It's them memories, though, isn't it? I played at Wembley in the League Cup final at COVID times, empty, and I got sent off. And do you know how long that walk is when there's no one in the stadium? And I literally
You got sent off a bit, didn't you, actually?
No, only
was a few
twice, just twice, yeah, League
It
Cup
feels
final.
like a lot more.
And I'm
Yeah.
sat
Even
in
with
the
your legs, it's
changing
something
room.
like a long walk. I just took you one step and you're in the dressing room.
But I sat in the changing room and I remember thinking, I hope we don't get beat, but I can't even hear a crowd if there's a goal. They just literally like left us.
But
I was like,
did you ever cry when you got upset with football? Did you, when you got sent off?
once.
Did you
I wasn't
cry?
a
No, I
crier.
cried after
No.
when I got sent off at Forest. Of course I cried.
You're quite emotional.
I was ashamed, wasn't I? And we lost the game. Haaland scored the fucking winner in the game.
No.
Yes.
Would you cry?
Cry? Not in a game. Not in a game, I don't think. No.
You cry when you
Where
got
would you
home?
cry? Where would you cry though?
Where?
Have you ever
because if
cried,
you don't
have
cry,
ever cried at football? I've never cried at football.
No.
Not even when you win.
No, honestly, I've never.
When you
in, my
lose a
career, in my
final?
career, I never cried. No.
But were you told not to show emotion?
No,
Yeah,
just
there's a bit of that.
There's definitely
Was
a
that
bit
you,
of
Roy?
that.
Showed not to show.
I think Roy has.
Yeah.
I think Roy has because I can see his that little smirky
No,
smile.
not at football.
What was
No.
the game? What was? Oh, for
No,
some.
not a football match. No.
Oh,
In
film.
the back.
When I left United, I did. When I left that morning, yeah.
Did you?
Wow.
Oh wow.
Cried in my car.
How long did you cry for? Did you cry where you couldn't see, where you couldn't see the road, or was you?
No, I pulled yeah, no, I wasn't one of
It
them.
was just like.
Oh.
No.
Was anyone? Who was the first person you called when that happened?
My wife.
Was it?
That's, on the way back.
Oh.
So get
Wow.
the kettle on.
Get the kettle on. Is that what you said?
Get a star bar out.
Oh, I
That's
feel
a
sorry
moment.
for you.
I feel like I'm going to cry
I
now.
do.
It's just thinking of you crying in the car because
know,
Yeah.
that's what it meant to you. See, people don't realise that.
And that's why he doesn't follow them now, because they treat him like shit. Team Roy.
I'm not one to carry a grudge, you know that.
Yeah, no.
Don't.
Right.
Right.
That's it.
Made me
Done.
quite sad.
Nice
Oh.
one. It makes me sad knowing that you
Who
cried
made
like
Roy cry?
Yeah,
let's
let's
go
go.
find them.